So you treat me like a modern slave, Mr. Jailer. I've got to. Our uniforms, you are uniforms too. No, 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 no. Oh, yeah. I'm in chains, you're in chains too. Our uniforms and you are uniforms too. I'm a prisoner, you're a prisoner too, Mr. Jailer. Oh, I have fears, you have fears too. I'll die, but you self will die too. Life is beautiful, don't you think so too, Mr. Jailer? I'm talking to you, jailer. Stop calling me a prisoner. Let him is without sin be the first to cast a stone, Mr. Jailer. Mr. Jailer, man, you suppress all my strategies. You oppress every part of me. What you don't know, you're a victim too, Mr. Jailer. Oh, you don't care about my point of view. If I die, another will work for you. So you treat me like a modern slave, Mr. Jailer. I'm talking to you, jailer. Stop calling me a prisoner. Let him is without sin be the first to cast the stone, Mr. Jailer. Mr. Jailer. No, dear. All we need is simple chords. A, you know. Yeah, something like that. This way. You see, if you walking in the marketplace, don't throw stones. Even if you do, you just might hit one of your own. Life is not about your policies all the time, so you better rearrange your philosophies and be good to your fellow man. Stop calling me a prisoner. Let him who is without sin be the first to cast the stone, Mr. Jailer.
Greetings from Jacksonville, Arkansas. Today is Thursday, May 29th, 2025, and the time is 11:10 a.m. in the morning. And right now, what I would like to talk about is the escaped convict known as Grant Hardin. and the updates regarding that. For those who don't know, Grant Hardin is and was a police chief in the Calico Rock area of Izard County, Arkansas. Again, that's Izard, Izard County, Arkansas. The most recent update about him is that someone believed that they saw him in Faulkner County, but when law enforcement went there, they didn't find him. So for those who don't know, that Grant Hardin was convicted of murder and rape. Again, former police chief. You all, I'm going to let the video play a little bit here from 11 Action News here in the state of Arkansas, and then I will give you my feedback.
We begin with breaking news today. The massive manhunt for escaped killer Grant Hardin enters day 5. The bulk of the search remains focused on north central Arkansas. The former Northwest Arkansas police chief was serving a prison sentence for a deadly shooting and rape that happened in Benton County when he escaped from the North Central unit in Calico Rock on Sunday afternoon. Overnight, the Department of Corrections confirmed U.S. Marshals searched the area in Faulkner County after receiving a tip. The tipster reported seeing Hardin on Sunday near Highway 65 between Greenbrier and Damascus. It's about 60 miles from the prison in Calico Rock. The Faulkner County Sheriff's Office says the area was cleared and the credibility of the lead is now under review, along with any other leads that come in. As we've been reporting, investigators believe a corrections officer opened the gate for Hardin, who was wearing a makeshift uniform to look like a law enforcement officer. The Department of Corrections confirmed this photo from a surveillance camera is the last shot they have of Hardin. Rand Champion, a spokesperson for the Arkansas Department of Corrections, outlines the challenges that the search team is facing.
I think the issue that we're running into is having too many people in one place at one time. There's a lot of places where it's very narrow to get in and it's very narrow to get out. And we've had a couple instances, I know, during this search where it's been hard we have too many people in one place and units are on top of each other trying to get in and out.
Champion says hundreds of people are involved in the search for Hardin. We're also getting insight on Hardin's escape from an international security consultant with 46 years of experience in the industry. Carl De La Guara says an extensive background in law enforcement makes Hardin that much more cunning and dangerous, and it's likely he has been able to stay hidden this long because of that area of expertise. He thinks Hardin is likely still hiding close to Calico Rock. The expert believes it's only a matter of time before law enforcement capture him. The Arkansas Department of Corrections outlines the challenges that the search team is facing.
I think the issue that we're
getting insight on Hardin's escape from an international security consultant with 46 years of experience in the industry. Carl De La Guara says an extensive background in law enforcement makes Hardin that much more cunning and dangerous, and it's likely he has been able to stay hidden this long because of that area of expertise. He thinks Hardin is likely still hiding close to Calico Rock. The expert believes it's only a matter of time before law enforcement capture him.
There's a mathematical formula where you would know exactly how far someone can move on foot. So that's a perimeter that has been set up. More than likely, multiple perimeters have been set up in the area. And then it's just a meticulous search through all that area there to look for areas where the size of one man could possibly be hiding.
Despite dozens of tips, there's been no confirmed sighting of Hardin since he walked out of prison on Sunday. Are now speaking out, revealing new details on his troubling past. Coming up at 6:30, we hear from a former co-worker and the first thing he thought about when he heard Hardin escaped.
State manhunt is wrapping up and still no signs of the convicted murderer who seemingly walked out of an Arkansas prison.
And in scenes that seem to come from Hollywood scripts, police now say they are searching caves and abandoned hideouts for the man dubbed the Devil in the Ozarks. Thank you for choosing THV 11. I'm Faith Woodard.
And I'm Rolly Hoyt. 4 days since Grant Hardin used a disguise to escape the North Central unit, the Department of Corrections shared an update.
But in addition to those details, THV 11's Catherine Rowley brings us even more tonight. She also heard from a former police officer who worked with Hardin in the past. Catherine?
Grant Hardin is 8 years into an 80-year sentence for a 2017 murder and a 1997 rape of a teacher. But tonight I spoke with a man who knew Hardin before that murder and before he became one of the most wanted men in the country.
He was just an odd, he seemed like a strange guy to us.
When Bobby Simmons met Grant Hardin, he too was working in law enforcement. He says back when Hardin was a police chief at Gateway, he came to Little Flock where Simmons was a captain to ask about court systems.
It wasn't anything in particular that we could put a finger on, but it was just that feeling, that hair on the back of your neck that stands up when you meet someone. I call it like a cop sense.
Then the news broke of Hardin being arrested for murdering James Appleton in 2017.
It was a shock in one way, but in another way, it was just thinking something there again. We felt something wasn't right with him when we first met him anyway.
While in jail for that murder, Hardin was charged for the 1997 rape of Amy Harrison.
We take the oath of office that we uphold the law and protect the citizens. And you come to find out that a guy like this is basically a predator. And he's under the guise of being a police officer. I just hate it. I hate it for all of us that wear a badge.
At Wednesday's press conference, they did answer some questions about how Hardin got out. Rand Champion with the Department of Corrections says he used a costume tailored to look like law enforcement.
Okay, you guys, I'm going to pause right there so I can elaborate. And that was actually two different news clips that played back to back. Again, we're talking about the manhunt for escaped inmate and continues as community reflects. You all have to excuse my voice. My sinuses have been acting up. I woke up and the right side of my nasal passages was blocked, so I had to use some Flonase and some over-the-counter, and I've got to take my Claritin. So I just want to get in here and give you all my feedback. When you look at this person here and how he was able to escape, it is important that, and we're in day 5 now, that he escaped on Sunday, and today is Thursday. And it's very important that everyone is safe, and including the homeless community. The police, the sheriff department, the security forces need to take into consideration that there are a lot of homeless people camping out in America, particularly in the wood, including the woody areas. Some people have tents and that are homeless and they live outside and in makeshift areas. Some may live in their vehicles, and the police need to go in that area of Izard County, Faulkner County, and surrounding areas until this escaped convict former police chief is called. They need to fix it to where it is illegal for anybody to live homeless outside here in the state of Arkansas until he's caught. Because what will he do if you run up on one of those homeless people? Will he try to blend in with the homeless community? And what I picked up was that, and this guy's energy is very hard to read. Even in this clip, he looks a bit creepy with this. This is the last clip that they have of him with a black vest or makeshift security vest shirt on to make himself look like he's law enforcement. And this is a back clip of him, and his energy is just quite creepy. And I'm pretty good at picking up energy, but right now, I'm not able to pick up a lot on him. I would just say that it's more than likely that he'll be heading towards an Indian reservation camp somewhere near Oklahoma and or the Missouri-Arkansas border and Oklahoma. And also, in addition to him possibly trying to seek shelter in and around an Indian Native American reservation camp, is the homeless camps where homeless people live outside. It can be in those communities as well, and those people are at risk. I hope that they also set up security surveillance cameras in those areas where there's an Indian Native American reservation camp and around homeless encampment in an effort to try to find him. And that is what I have to say on this note. You all, it's very important that the security forces pick up the homeless people that are camping out. Everyone needs to be safe. I know there are some homeless people that are good people, and then there are some that are dangerous as well. But they need to fix it until this escaped convict is caught and apprehended, that they need to open up an emergency shelters and go and pick up the homeless people and let them know that they will have to eat, shower, and sleep if they have to put them in a makeshift room altogether until this escaped convict is caught. So you all, I'm gonna let this clip play out, and then with that note, I'm out. I thank you guys for watching.
Out on a fairly regular basis, and that is our assumption that he did that to try and mimic a law enforcement officer.
When it comes to where he could be now, all hands are on deck, and no lead is too small.
State, federal, local, utilizing any and all resources that we can to track it down. Any and all leads that we are getting have been followed up on. Unfortunately, none of those have come to fruition yet, but we're hoping all it takes is that one lead that is going to lead to this.
With the challenging terrain around the prison, teams are using helicopters, drones, K-9 units, and ground searches in their search for him. And as you just heard Champion say, they're looking for that one credible tip that could lead to his arrest.
On the humanitarian situation in Gaza, more chaos and concerns about widespread hunger as hundreds of people stormed a food aid warehouse. Chief Foreign Correspondent Ian Pannell has the story.
This morning, desperation and death in Gaza. Thousands of people storming a UN food warehouse on Wednesday. Surging inside, seen in this video circulating online. At least 2 killed and several injured in the crush, according to the UN. Israel imposed an almost 3-month blockade of food and medicine. Although limited supplies are now getting in, aid groups say it's way short of what's needed. Nearly 500,000 people in Gaza are now facing catastrophic hunger, according to 17 UN agencies and NGOs. The Palestinian ambassador to the UN speaking at a Security Council meeting, overcome with emotion. American doctor Feroz Sidwa, who's volunteered twice in Gaza, telling ABC News the situation is disastrous.
People stormed a World Food Program warehouse. Well, they did that to feed their children. They're not thieves. They can't bear to watch their kids suffer like this.
Well, Israel denies the situation is as bad as aid groups claim. But President Trump and others calling for an end to the war, and now the US proposing a new ceasefire and hostage release plan.
Do you want to know why more and more people are switching?
Billionaire Elon Musk says that his time as a special government employee is coming to an end. An administration official confirms to CBS News Musk began offboarding just last night. Also last night, a federal court blocked President Trump from imposing sweeping tariffs against multiple countries. CBS News Miami's Jared Hill has more.
Elon Musk is out. In a short post on his platform X last night, Musk wrote, "As my scheduled time as a special government employee comes to an end, I would like to thank President Donald Trump for the opportunity to reduce wasteful spending."
The chainsaw for bureaucracy.
As the face of Doge, Musk slashed